Good morning, Crypto Chaos. Good morning, good morning. Time to wake up. Time to wake up. Whew, another day, another day. Good morning, fam. Good morning, Crypto Quinn. How's it going? Stayed up late last night. Yeah, we were up late last night. Of course, as always, with the Patreon live after the live stream. G-Dog in the house. How's it going, G-Dog? How's it going? Good morning, good morning. Hi, good morning. Happy, joy. Happy chaos to you as well, Chaos Crew. And Joy. John Doe is also here. Good morning, John. Good morning, John. And the Hun. How's it going? Let's go. Attila the Hundo here today. Good morning. Good morning. Whoa. Yeah. Shout out to John. Brave Army Freedom says, good morning, bestie. Otaku-san, Attila the Hundo, G-Dog, J Don't, and Q, all coming from Brave Army Freedom. Good morning, guys. Of course, yours truly, Freedom. How about that McRib, man? Whatever happened with that McRib? McRib? That didn't happen. Good day, bestie, Brave. Good morning, Joy. Happy, Joy. And Crypto Quint. Good morning, Brave Heart McFreedom. All right, guys. All right, let's get into another day of chaos. This morning, of course, coming right into our baseline bear. Again, nothing too exciting here. Just winning. Winning, and I'm tired of it. Can we just not win anymore? Can we just stop?
We're gonna win so much, you may even get tired of winning.
I am. I'm really tired of winning. I've been saying it every day now. Hopefully we see a little bit of excitement today. I'm so tired. Calling it, of course, right on top of our baseline target from last night's baseline bear. Yeah, right down the middle as per usual. Am I surprised? Not at all. What I'm really surprised about was this. So yesterday I showed you that, we're going to do something probably like this right down the middle. And then I did the same sort of scribble over here on XCN as well. Look at this. XCN, of course, was another asset. I'm just like, you know what? It's got to probably move with Bitcoin like everything else because everything looks like Bitcoin. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to scribble on there too. I'm going to throw all the same things over on top of the XCN chart just to prove a point. And there we are. Point made, I believe. At this point, it is done, sir. It's done, sir. It's done. Let's just copy and paste all the ideas from Bitcoin on top of XCN. All right. So when everyone asks me, how is this coin looking? How is this coin doing? Unless there's any sort of difference in price action against Bitcoin, you know where it's going. A little bit of weakness this morning, starting off the morning with 70,000 flat, retested right now. Looks like a little bit of a sell-off is possibly coming. Morning open happens, the opening bell in about 5 to 6 minutes. Let's take a look and see what else is going on with the order books. I do have a couple clips from Doomberg, and we got to get into some of the news headlines. Big rips happening most evenings at McFreedoms. Before bed, yes. $2 super chat from McFreedom. Thank you so much for that $2 super chat. Yes, and I mean, I guess the foreign market and the McFreedom's locations in other countries internationally exhibit that, I guess, movement. Crypto JPEG says, turn up the volume. Can barely hear you. It looks like the audio is getting messed up again. Damn, yeah, I see that too. Yep, I see that. You can barely hear me. It's like it keeps their settings. So today I'm gonna have to max this out, and then tomorrow I'm gonna have to it's so weird, man. I don't know why. All of a sudden this week I'm gonna have to change my mic and my camera settings almost daily. It's insane. Crypto JPEG says, volume up, can barely hear the view at the Fear Factory. Thank you so much, guys, for reminding me. I appreciate that. Yes, Crypto JPEG. Thank you for that $2 super chat to remind me. All right, thank you. It's gonna be an uphill battle this week. I know it. I know it. Hopefully it fixes. So I've been having so many issues, guys. I had a crash yesterday on my live stream. It's been fun. I need a new computer, and I just can't afford to do it right now. All right, and maybe in the middle of the move, I just don't know what's going to happen this year. All right, so yeah, getting back to Bitcoin, I do have a couple clips I want to play with while we still have time. I got about four and a half minutes, something like that. Let's do it. More cracks. Wall Street, of course, analyzing, the private credit squeeze.
Are coming into question as AI makes more and more advances, coupled with the fact there is, as the name suggests in private credit, less transparency when it comes to pricing of these loans, and therefore there is more investor unease about exactly what these loans to these software companies are now worth.
Yeah, so the thing is, these funds are built only to give 5% withdrawals or something like that, right? It's all written in the contract that the investor signs. So why don't more funds stand up and say, no, we're not going to 7%. We already agreed at 5%. That's how this thing works. It's like a 401k or an IRA. It's not fully liquid. Investors need to understand that.
Yeah, clearly, I mean, the issue here is you do have this liquidity mismatch. You've got these investors who've kind of bought in, you can buy in easily to these retail funds, but essentially they're invested in closed-ended assets. These are loans to private companies that just can't be liquidated that easily, and the capital...
All right. I also have another clip from this segment as well I want to share before we still have time.
Screen again of the, Wall Street titans who have, in the last couple of weeks, really warned that this private credit, these private credit issues echo what we saw happening in 2007 and 2008. I mean, Jamie Dimon already has been
bad year to compare to
on the record about his cockroach concerns, but Jeff Gundlach says, hey, this looks like 2007 again. Steve Major said that this morning on Bloomberg Surveillance with John Farrow. Lloyd Blankfein has made that comparison. Mohamed El-Arian has made that comparison. So all of these people are warning we could be in for something like the great financial crisis again, only this time it's not housing and mortgages, but private credit.
I think at issue.
Boom! Let's go! More doom. I love it. Yes, he is living in his own chaos, says John. Yes, 100% every single day. I do this to myself. Brave Farming Freedom says the issue here is the sky is falling. Yes, the sky is falling for private credit. All right, and of course those concerns still continue to grow. We've been covering that for weeks now. All right, Energy Secretary Wright says the U.S. not ready for escort tankers through the Strait of Hormuz yet. We are getting, news out right now that they are starting to do that, and they're running into mines and all sorts of crazy stuff. I think there was an attack on like a suicide tanker or suicide a boat of some kind or drone. I don't know. Hitting these tankers. All right. We also had Pokopia, Pokemon in the news today. Apparently, their new Animal Crossing, makeshift Pokemon game, or maybe spiritual successor, Minecraft Pokemon, whatever you want to call it, is doing pretty well. It's already sold 2.2 million units since the first 4 days, but it's selling so much. I guess the supply was not expected to be big enough. It's already going up to $80 on Amazon. What the fuck?
Are you stupid?
I do want to at least try this game out. It is in the dystopian future of Pokemon. You basically control a Ditto in Pokemon that basically pretends to be a human when he's trying to rebuild the world of humanity in Pokemon. All right, so that's what's going on there. It's probably an alternate universe, like everything else. All right, and it's not a real Pokemon game either, which is crazy that it's $80. $80 is ridiculous. People have lost their damn minds. All right, what else is going on in the news today? Thursday's biggest analyst call. NVIDIA, of course, Apple, Micron, Netflix, blah, blah, blah. Flights are already getting more expensive after jet fuel spike. Guys, did you guys book your trip to Vegas yet for Bitcoin 2026? If not, you might want to do it now before the prices continue to skyrocket. TSA workers set to miss first paycheck of the shutdown as Senate bickers over DHS funding. We're coming up to the next deadline. I believe that's at the end of this month. Debate over immigration and ending the Department of Homeland Security. Shutdown spilled over the Senate floor on Wednesday, as Transportation Administration says agents are among the DHS employees who will miss their first full paychecks this week. Yay! More chaos and doom coming for our nation. Let's get back to, yes, the bell.
As oil continues to move higher. S&P futures right now down 0.8%, 67.26. So still far above the 200-day moving average, or at least 135 points above it. NASDAQ futures also down. The small caps getting hit even harder on concerns about fewer rate cuts or possible rate increases. Ringing the bell, the New York Stock Exchange. MDA Space is a stock that has surged in the last year, and it's up 150% over 5 years. Raising the roof there with CEO Mike Greenlee. Down at the NASDAQ, you've got PayPay CEO Ichiro Nakayama ringing the bell, and I guess it's a Japanese payment company, and it looks like they have offices all over the world, and they're making this a real experience, which it should be.
PayPay.
You know, this is the kind of thing that you tell your kids and grandkids about. I rang the bell.
This is the appropriate amount of people, I think, to celebrate a bell opening. I like that a lot.
Agree. Good for them.
Good for them. So, Matt, here at the Open, I'm taking a look at some of the private credit woes that have been plaguing the market.
Continue the doom. Let's go.
Morgan Stanley this morning capping redemptions for its BDC North Haven private income funds at 5%.
Blue Owl still falling.
The request to redeem exceeded that. Blue Owl has also been on the defense, telling its investors, Craig Packer that is, recently at a conference, that its recent $1.4 billion loan sale had no backstops or hidden incentives. And as always, we invite Craig to come on the program as he has before to talk about this, because Blue Owl actually getting hit a lot now, even though there's been no recent news of redemptions for them. Shares now down 4% at the Open, Matt.
All right, let's take a look at a cross-asset board, because we had the Iranian Supreme Leader, at least it seems, issue a statement. No one saw him or heard from him, verbally, but state TV published, let's say, a statement from ostensibly Mojtaba Khamenei, and he called for continued closure of the Strait of Hormuz. S&P 500 down 0.8%. Brent and NYMEX both rose a bit. They got a bump, let's say. Almost $100 a barrel on Brent. NYMEX crude at 94.40, and the 2-year yield continues to move higher now at 367, 368. So this is a level that we're watching carefully as it eclipses the Federal Reserve target rate. Let's bring in Nuveen, Chief Investment Officer Sarah Malik. Sarah, what do you make of the incredible rising price of oil? It doesn't look like
we'll give her a couple
an
seconds.
immediate
I really don't
off-ramp
want to hear
for
about
this
oil this
war
morning,
in Iran. How does that affect your view as an investor?
Well, there's 3 factors driving markets lower from here, and that's energy, the impact of artificial intelligence, and the backup in government bond yields. Let's start with energy. Every $10 rise in oil prices leads to a 40 basis point bump in inflation and a 10 basis point hit to GDP. Now, add to that the weak payroll numbers that we got last week, and what markets are worried about is stagflation. The issue here is going to be twofold. One is the length of the war, and also the Strait of Hormuz, and when will that reopen? Until we can get clarity on both of those, energy prices are going to remain volatile, and that's going to continue to whipsaw equity markets.
Sarah, again, just hearing more of this statement putting out supposedly from the new Ayatollah Khamenei, the supreme leader, saying that other fronts will be opened.
He's not an Ayatollah, by the way.
Good point. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you. The supreme leader, Khamenei, saying that other fronts will be opened if the war persists, that studies have been made of opening other fronts. Again, the language and what it seems to be happening on the ground level at Iran is, as Matt said, that there is no off-ramp, and the escalation only seems to be continuing. But Sarah, Matt and I have spoken to a lot of market participants who have said this is going to be short-lived. You can buy dips, risk can resume. It can still be a good year for the S&P 500. How are you thinking about that?
All right, that's how I think about it too. That's how everyone seems to be thinking about it. That's what Kathy Wood said about it. That's what John Doe in the chat is talking about too. It takes 6 months to process crude oil. This immediate price hike is theft. There you go. It's theft. John also saying, my cousin is already tired with full retirement plan for Pokemon. Crazy. Wow. Ridiculous, guys. All right. Let's get back into maybe some of the other headlines. Take a look at CNBC this morning. See what else they're rattling on about. What's getting Kramer's panties in a bunch this morning.
Do you buy Palantir off of what Alex said? I think that I am a huge backer of the common stock, not for necessarily what he said. I totally agree with the warfighters, but all the deals that they're announcing. I mean, they have this GE Aerospace and Palantir Expand partnership to transform military aircraft, and in it, Palantir being able to make the supply chain better. That Larry Culp, from the very beginning, when he took this company over, realized that supply chain is not their strength. He's been working, making it better and better, and yet he brought Palantir in for more. That's one of the reasons why I like the common stock of Palantir. But I don't think people are focusing on that right now, but maybe they should.
Yeah. Is GE reflecting sort of concerns about capacity growth in a stressed airline industry?
And that has been the case. I know that defense is not the front and center of GE Aerospace, but it's important. But yes, anything connected to the chain of aerospace is is trading with United Airlines.
Yeah.
All right. So we're still talking about oil. Yeah, oil back up to $93 a barrel. I guess up $6 from yesterday. It was like 87, I think, at the close yesterday. Interesting, but yeah, from the spike, still down from the spike of $120 just a few days ago. Bitcoin still holding 70,300 at the open this morning. Let's take a look at the overall sentiment this morning at the stock market and, of course, crypto. Taking a look at the stock market now, looking at extreme fear. Wow. We did it again. We touched it again. Touched the butt of extreme fear for the U.S. stock market at 25. How's the S&P 500 looking at this morning? Are we still tumbling? Still tumbling a little bit? A little bit. Looking like we're still moving down. Now, I found something interesting on the chart, guys. We did have this V-shaped recovery, right? We had this V-shaped recovery back in June, July last year. It started coming back from that. But it actually fell off a cliff here exactly around this time last year. And so I'm like, it's funny how history repeats, but, it doesn't quite repeat, but sometimes it rhymes. And I'm feeling like something like this could actually happen soon. If not, if this continues on, playing out almost quite like this. So I put this on top of the chart. Of course, just move the bar pattern over. It was something else I found at some other assets yesterday too. I was like, man, it was kind of weird how some of these were playing out. Yeah, if you do look at this, and I'm looking at this with a little bit of maybe a muted sort of consolidation, not as extreme, but if it does come down, it actually hits this trend line. It actually hits this trend line. If it actually goes down to the exact amount that it fell last summer. So that was really interesting. Almost around the same time frame too, from March to April, and then a recovery in the summer, June, July. Same thing right here, March to April, recovery in the summer, June, July. We'll see how this plays out, but I'm thinking of something a little bit more muted, a little bit more, I guess, tame. But it is rolling over right now, just kind of like it did back in 2024. So interesting. I thought that was interesting. And yeah, of course, the stock market still is off trend. The overall trend, of course, from the rip, right? We never actually had a pullback until just recently from this, and we just broke trend. I think it was at the end of February. So that's what the stock market's holding in right now. And yeah, well, of course, we'll keep an eye on that as we continue to see more chinks and cracks in the armor. There we go. There we go. All right, look at that. Bitcoin still hanging out at 70,300. I told you guys last night, basically, we just got to stay above 68K to show at least more, resilience in this range. We're just trying to get back above and create another higher high just every single day, producing a new higher high. And of course, looks like we're starting to range up here now. Maybe by the end of the week, I can have a little bit more, confirmation that we are going to stay up here for a little longer. We have not come back to even meet the test the overall trend on this since the breakout as from 2.5 as well. We can come all the way down to 64.5, 65K flat, and still be testing this range. So and still be on the bull trend too. So still waiting to see how this plays out. And again, if we have any more black swan like events, it's possible we do come down and see these new lows that Jake the Snake down here is wanting to see. 50K possibly coming soon, but I'm just not feeling it right now. I feel like we still have a little bit more of a story here between the low 70s and maybe hopefully the low 80s in the next 2 to 4 weeks. Again, two weeks of price action in this range will give us again another floor, and we'll continue to make another leg up like we've been doing for the past 36 days. All right, moving on. So that's the overall, sentiment right now in the stock market. Let's take a look at crypto fear and greed. Oh, crypto fear and greed. Still sitting in extreme fear, but higher than we have been at 18 right now. I think yesterday was 15, so we're about 3 points higher than yesterday. And the lowest we saw, I believe, in the weekend, it was 8. So it's the highest we've seen in a while, actually. We've been trading somewhere between 8, trending somewhere between 8 and 5 and 9. More than likely, it's been around 8 and 9 here in the last 3 weeks. So these higher levels of extreme fear are a little bit, rewarding after waiting so long. Let's take a look and see how the Dixie's holding up this morning. 99.5 on the Dixie. Damn! On the day, really? 99.5 on the Dixie. Coming up still And Bitcoin's still holding 70,000. It's pretty insane. Pretty insane. Usually these are correlated and inversely correlated, I should say. And Bitcoin's still holding 70K with the Dixie still showing more support. Oh my gosh. Up from 96.9 on the monthly. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Still looking a little bit down to the right, a little bit, not by much here on the yearly chart for the dollar. I need more weakness, guys. I need more weakness for that dollar. Let's see what else is going on. Take a look at bubbles right now. See if there's any big movers. Last night we had some fun with one of our Patreon picks. So if you guys aren't part of the Patreon, you might need to head over there, as that coin looks like it's about to take another lift off today as well. It did find a little bit of support last night, and yeah, we've got, of course, some exciting days ahead if this continues to play out into the end of the week. Let's take a look and see what else we have going on here. The top 100, we'll start there first on the day. River's up 25% on the day now. We were talking about this just last night. It was around midnight. It was still sitting around what, 15%, $15, so $14, something like that last night, and I think it was only up about 10% back when we talked about it last, so it's still already done another 15% since we mentioned it on our Patreon. Let's see what else. Siren's up 10% today, and Pi coin's still alive. It's amazing. I cannot believe this coin lasts as long as it did. It's still down 85% of the year. It looks like it's coming out of the woodwork. Let's take a look at the weekly. Looking for assets that are oversold a little bit here, 15-20% off on the week. Midnight and Trump coin, Jupiter, and Filecoin. Yeah, Filecoin, wow. It was a long time since we even mentioned Filecoin. Again, River's up 21% on the week. Render's up 15%, and Picoin's up a staggering 32% on that damn project. Yeah, it's just kind of starting to roll up too. This coin actually could start to move up to some of these interesting ranges. I don't know if it's going to get to 70 cents anytime soon, but I could probably see like I don't know, 20-30 cent probably in the next week or two if the momentum continues for Pi. Let's look at on the monthly. And Pi's up 85% on the month. Siren's up almost 500 as they enter the top 100 this week. Morpho's up 72, and there's not a damn thing oversold right now on the monthly. Not a single damn thing. And of course, I've been screaming from the rooftops here for weeks, perhaps a month or two now. We're running out of options to buy, guys. Ever since 2.5, and of course the round off from the bottom there, and we've just been kind of working our way back up. It seems like the bottom is in if you look at bubbles. Yeah, it's not a single thing here I'd even look at throwing money out right now. Just looking at the monthly on the bubbles. Let's take a look at the top 200 as well, doing the same thing. Top mover CVX, 9-bid. Nothing's really moving at a staggering 10% or more on the day. On the weekly, we got Venice down 16%, Barge down 24%. Build on with a whole bunch of things that probably you won't want to throw money at, with of course those memes. 9-bid's up 22%. That just entered our space back into the top 200 again in the last week. But I've seen 9-bit before. It's been back and forth to the top 200. DXE, that's up 21% on the week. But yeah, there's hardly anything again here. What do you want to throw money into, guys? Maybe Venice, maybe Bard. Slim pickings here, man. Slim pickings here everywhere. Looking for assets that are oversold 30-40% here on the monthly. Optimism and IP. IP still one of my top picks. It's starting to find its bottom. 77, hopefully 79. As of right now, it's sitting at 78. Still a little bit of a jolt this morning. Still trying to find that bottom for IP. Again, that's it, guys. That's hardly anything at all. Let's take a look at the top 300. See if there's anything of a notable value here. On the monthly, again, nothing's even oversold here on the monthly. Ohm is, but they just had a restructure. I wouldn't trust that project for anything. And that's the only thing that's oversold, really, that much. 30-40%. We got Camino, Xano. That's about it. Yeah. So I'm just not feeling anything anymore, guys. I'm still looking at the top 100 at the 3-month. I'm looking at assets that are still in the maybe 30, 40. 50 now on the 3-month. This is ridiculous. You got to go that far out to find any sort of deals. Say is looking like a juicy opportunity right now. It's the most oversold here on the 3-month at 52%. Hasn't really done anything anything. People have kind of ignored it, sitting it down. Only 67% off, sold off on the year, though. So it's kind of interesting on say. But Sui is now only down 56%. So that thing, again, guys, you are running out of time. If you do not believe this is the bottom, and you're waiting for lower prices, yeah, they could still come, but the likelihood of some of these being on sale with only $1 trillion sitting in just all the altcoins out there, 30 million coins, I think you're putting a little bit too much risk versus reward in your buys. All right, guys, here we go. Of course, not financial advice, just my 2 cents this morning on the bubble.
I'd buy that for $1.
All right, let's get back to Doomberg. What time is it? We got about 5-10 minutes until we get back into crypto news. They're talking about Dick's Sporting Goods. They're beating estimates. How? How? More buy now, pay later purchases, I guess, probably. Let's take a look and see what else is going on with CNBC. If you guys want to catch all these news outlets for free, don't pay for what you get for free. You can get all this for free over here on newslive.com. Kramer's talking about Texas Roadhouse.
what their raw cost is, and they have to keep passing on what they're doing. And you just wonder at a certain point, will people just say, you know what, I'd rather go to McDonald's because McDonald's is really offering me
there's a look at some relief.
Yeah, coming down a little bit.
All right, in live cattle, they're comparing, of course, the price of beef to some of these, these restaurants, right? These restaurant chains like McDonald's and Texas Roadhouse. We were joking about this yesterday. I think it was Jake the Snake who brought it up. He's like, why can't I have live cattle in an ETF? I don't know if there's an investment vehicle out there for live cattle for you, but it's outperforming pretty much everything right now, according to crypto Twitter right now. And it looks like the costs for some of these restaurants are just not going to be able to keep up with their overhead and everything. Let's take a look and see what else is going on with some of the headlines. Kind of getting a vibe that we're going to see a little bit of a pullback, and just kind of slow news day today too. Oh yeah, look at that, 69,700 on Bitcoin. As soon as I'm talking about it, I'm like, I get the feels, man. I get the feels. Yep, there it is, 69,800. A little bit of a pullback there. We do just want to hold at least 68.5 in that range there. The lowest we have pulled back. We haven't seen a significant pullback yet this week. The lowest that we've been this week has been right around this wick here, around 68.9, 68. I think that wick, 68.9. That's it. So again, we can still come back down to 64, 65 flat and still be on the bull trend, still producing a higher high for, or higher low, I guess, for this week. Okay. Where else are we looking at here? Almost half of the recent college grads are underemployed. Yeah. No one's employed right now. Nike lands an unconventional upgrade from Wall Street. Why we're still in believers too. What was the job numbers were so atrocious on that last call. It was 50. Well, we were down 92,000 jobs, and they were expecting an increase of 52,000. I have that reverse. Either way, yeah, it's bad. Okay, what else? Iran war. Trump says he's not worried about the domestic terror attack. That's of course he's referring to the weird shit going on in California with the drones. FBI reporting drones attacking California could be under attack by Iran or China. I don't know. Trump said the U.S. military is leaving certain things in Iran, which could be destroyed this afternoon. If need be, and they literally would never be able to build that country back. Later in the day, Trump told reporters that upon arrival at the Joint Base Andrews in Maryland, the U.S. has located all the Iranian sleeper cells, for those, I guess, the sleeper cells that are launching those alleged drones. Okay, if you guys have been hearing, keeping up with that nonsense. I think it's all propaganda and false flag, to be honest. That's how I'm feeling about that. Again, just kind of keeping the terror going. Let's see what else we got going on. Going back one more time to Doomberg, and then we're probably going to go into crypto news. Yep, we're almost there. About 10 minutes till 10. Good time to get into crypto news. They're on break, so let's do it. All right, let's take a look at Cointelegraph first. JP Morgan sued over alleged role in $328 million crypto Ponzi scheme. Cool. Oh man, they're already getting into some settlements, it looks like, on crypto. That was quick. Investors allege JP Morgan helped facilitate the flows into $328 million crypto Ponzi scheme, with a parallel federal case targeting the Goliath Ventures founder. This is, I don't think this is the one that's related to XCN either. I think this is the one we talked about a few weeks ago. I think it was Nabs who brought it up, and we showed that clip here. It was someone out of Florida that was running a Ponzi scheme. Took a lot of old women's money. Old people. They took all the old people's money and just ran with it. Compliant focus on JPM account flows. JP Morgan is facing lawsuit alleged to enabling $328 million crypto Ponzi scheme now run by the defunct Goliath Ventures. Investors on Tuesday filed a proposal class action in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California, accusing JP Morgan of ignoring the suspicious transactions, allowing Goliath to use its infrastructure to collect investor funds. The lawsuit notes that despite JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon's repeated criticism of Bitcoin, the bank allegedly failed to prevent crypto scammers from carrying out fraudulent wire transactions. How are they supposed to know, though? I guess I want to give the banks a little bit of credit here. How are they supposed to know that this was all tied to fraud? I don't know. Caused by virtue of this, know your customer KYC actually knew that Goliath was acting as a private equity cryptocurrency pool operator, investing money for our investors without being licensed at all to sell these investments. The compliance states. All right. Lawsuit claims that JP Morgan was the sole banking institution for Goliath in January 2023. I don't think we need to really go into this in any detail. It's pretty much all over, and I don't think it really affects any of you guys in the chat. You guys. All right. Again, not related to XCN's Goliath product. Moving on. Let's see. BlackRock launches the staked Ethereum ETF offering ETF exposure and yield. Oh wow, is this okay? No, damn it, this is the ETF one for the ETF for Ethereum's exposure and yield. Still not Bitcoin's, but that's still I guess they're getting that filing in for Ethereum. Again, the next two ETFs they're going to be offering are going to be premium. They're premium ETFs for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Each one's going to have yield on the product. BlackRock's iShares staked Ethereum ETF Trust will trade on the NASDAQ, offering a spot exposure and staking income with a reduced 0.12% fee on its first $2.5 billion invested for the asset manager. BlackRock on Thursday introduced the iShares ETF, describing it as an exchange-traded product, combines spot Ethereum exposure with a monthly income potential by staking a portion of Ethereum holdings. You'll be, of course, given a yield per month. The same thing that's going to be offered in their Bitcoin premium product as well. And then you're going to be able to stake it as well with the Ethereum one. All right. I think that's pretty much it. Grayscale is the first to enable staking for the ETFs in the United States. I think that happened last month or a few months ago. All right, moving on. What else we got? Arthur Hayes, we already covered that last night. Bitcoin buyers in control, but the trend won't change until this level breaks, and that's, of course, 75K. I don't even need to click on that. JP Morgan sued over alleged role in $328 million Ponzi scheme. We just covered that. All right. Bonk.fun. Warns hackers hijack domain and wallet drainer attack. Oh, jeez. Looks like Bonk's having some more fun. Bank of Europe open to scrapping stablecoin limit idea after backlash. That's cool. CBDCs for the win, I guess. Metaplanet forms a new venture firm as it expands the Bitcoin playbook. New offerings coming soon, it sounds like, from Metaplanet. Just not feeling most of this news, man. I mean, it's decent news. It's just I'm not feeling it. MasterCard launches crypto partner program with the who's who of the industry. Okay, that's a nothing burger. All right, moving on. Let's see what else we got here over on Doomberg, and then get back to crypto news in a minute.
Even though he said today that would not deter him from the actions in Iran. If Trump were to pull back, is that enough to stop the action? Because there's still what the Iranians do. There's still what Israel does. What does it mean to have three parties in this war, even if the U.S. tries to find some way to declare victory?
No, you're absolutely right. It's much harder to predict. It's harder for any party to control what's going on. As you say, there would be several decisions required. First, the decision by the Trump administration. Second,
all right, we're still talking about the Strait of Hormuz. CNBC, and they're on break as well. All right, back to crypto news. Retreat. Let's check with you guys in the chat. How you guys doing in the chat? John Doe says 53,000. I'm telling you, 53K. John, but everyone's calling for 55, 58. And then when everyone calls for something, we never hit it. We never have hit it. Every time everyone has that number in their head, the psychology in the market will not allow it to go there. And that's a bit lower than what everyone's calling for, so I don't think it's going to hit. Crypto Quint says, we all know McDonald's doesn't serve beef. Yeah, only cardboard, yeah. And bioengineered products, yes, bioengineered products. Pi not tradable on Coinbase. Really? Not anymore? Really? That's interesting. I mean, I know a lot of people that used to buy it on. Oh yeah, I don't think it did get a Coinbase listing because people just mined it on their phone. That was the whole incentive back in 2021. Let me check real quick. PiCoin. I really don't like this coin. Market cap. 25 cents right now for PiCoin. That's ridiculous, man. That thing should be worth 2 cents or less. Let's take a look and see. Maxi OKX. Yeah, don't look like it has a Coinbase listing. If that gets a Coinbase listing, man, that could be moon soon. Crazy. Yeah, no Coinbase listing. So the little story behind this, it came out around 2021, the previous bull run. It looks like the coin itself got opened, right? So I think it was in 25, the beginning of 25 or the end of 24. They started allowing its users to redeem their coins and then put them on the open market for sale. They weren't able to do this for the last 5 years. It basically just stayed in the app that it was being utilized for on your phone. This project was basically literally a point and click. Mine once a day. You just like open your phone and hit mine or hit play, and they would just start having user-based interaction and mining this token. And that was and I guess they tout it to be the largest mobile crypto network. So that's the entire use case of this. You used to just push a button on your phone and you like allegedly mine coins. It wasn't until 2025 that the investors basically got dumped on by the project when the coin, of course, got its early sale for investors, pre-sale for investors, and of course, as follows, this is what happened. And it basically went to nothing. It launched for the investors right around $3. $3, and it is where it is now. I have friends that had basically put their entire put all their energy into doing this for years. Right, I had normie friends that did this for years, and by the time it got to the launch, none of them could figure out how to do it, so they kept calling me, and I'm like, another one of these. All right, I'll help you out. And then they had a lockup or a takeout feature. And if you locked it up, you got X amount of percentage of yield. I forget the amount. I mean, obviously you lost a lot of money if you locked it up over that amount of time. But anyway, that's what the little story behind Pi. It looks like it's coming back a little bit right now. Retesting 25 cents is crazy. Next stop would be about 35. If you're looking to get into this trade, that'd be fun too. All right. Maybe we'll talk about that. Maybe we'll think about that. It's a decent move, man. It's a decent move. All right. Let's see. Anything else going on? Bitcoin still trying to keep its head above water here, above 68.5. Hasn't come back down to lower than 69.6 this morning. So trying to get back to 70K. Let's take a look at the order books real quick and then finish up with you guys in the chat. Get back to some news. Let's see. How are the orders doing this morning? Of course, bringing this for free is Kim the White Snow Lion, and the overall trading volume right now is 15.2 against the Bears, a 14.8. Billy So not that exciting right now. It's only about $500 million difference in total volume. In a little bit of the bulls favor. The bulls favor. A lot of area being set up right now for a sell-off around 70K. Let's take a look and see where those levels are. Whoa, 70,700, 70,800, and of course 71,000 from last night. So they're of course building this down a little bit lower now this morning from last night. 70,500 is where the bears are setting up shop right now, and yeah, it's pretty slow, man, overall. Let's take a look at any other key areas. Wow, we're building up a lot of support here at 68, 69K. Again, 68.8, 68.6, I believe, is the low right now for Bitcoin on our parallel channel. The middle point, of course, for 3 weeks of price action. Any new areas being built up other than what's happened today on the weekly? We got some more here around 66, 65, 64K. A little more down here on 67, 68. And then, yeah, more hopefuls down here around 57, 58K. Again, still people talking about that would be the place to go. 58K. 55 looking still pretty strong here on the month. Same thing too with 62. Most of the support is right here around 62,000. Some of this, of course, is going to be the largest area to retest if we come back down here. We haven't seen this now in like 2 weeks. We haven't seen that range in 2 weeks yet, though. That's 60 to 65,000. Maybe longer for 60K. Obviously, that was 2.5 back in the 2.5 event. That's not even on the map anymore. Yeah, still a lot more, of course, below us than there is above us. Of course, pushing prices higher slightly over time. All right, that's about it. That's all I got from the charts this morning, or the order books this morning. Still a little bit more legs for Bitcoin to test. Hopefully the lower 70s here in the next week or two. All right. Anything else going on? Let's take a look back over on the news. More Doomberg. Catch back in the chat. I didn't finish the chat. Black Swan can make new bottoms, says Brave Farming Freedom. Yes. Black Swans can make new bottoms. But what Black Swans are we waiting for? Which Black Swans are we waiting for? Are we literally waiting for World War III to begin? Or are we waiting for a nuclear war to ensue with someone to drop the first bomb? Other than that, what else do we have to really... I mean, we're sitting at the lows. We haven't seen this oversold in a long time. We're in a little mini bear market right now for Bitcoin and crypto assets. Software's coming up a little bit. Jobs right now are terrible, right? The job market's terrible. Yeah, I don't know, man. The economy overall, maybe we can go into a recession, an officially deemed recession. We don't do those anymore. We just need more money. That's what we've been doing for years. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what that Black Swan would be. I'm trying to brainstorm right now, and I just can't think of anything on top of my head. But that's why we call them Black Swans. You can never see it coming. What else we got in the chat? Braveheart Freedom says, hopefully not, but very likely it is coming. Black Swan coming soon. More doom coming from Braveheart Freedom. I love it. John Doe says, great info, thanks. Of course. Get Cup of Joe. Excellent. Yes. New pandemic incoming. There you go, Crypto Quint. I had a really good Black Swan event actually in my mind last night. I talked to you guys about. It's been on my mind since December about a possible AI meltdown and shutting off the internet. Yeah, that would be a hell of a Black Swan event. That would literally be like the Y2K bug of 2000, but real. That would be like COVID, but electronically driven. I'm terrified of the idea, and I've been thinking about it now for 3 months. But that would be the one thing to really kill everything we got going here in crypto. Good morning, Chaos Crew. Good morning, Strawberry Dragons. Good morning, of course, our favorite flavor of dragons. She still has her job. It's insane. How? How? C19 was just the trial run. Yes, 100%. I have had the same sentiment too for years. That was just a play to see what they could get away with. All right. Let's see what else we got. CNBC talking about the gold right now. Let's refresh that. Make sure they're still talking about gold. Nope, they're not. Talking about Dick's Sporting Goods with Bloomberg just covered in about a half hour ago. Let's take a look back at Doomberg. They're still on break. We're going to get the market update from Sweeney.
Let's take a look at the sectors and...
No, they're on break. All right. Going back to crypto news. Let's go to CoinDesk now. I clicked on the wrong one. Yeah, this one. The other yellow one. Okay. BlackRock debuts staked Ethereum ETF. We already mentioned that this morning. Bitcoin steady near 70K is a rising opening interest hints at cautious bearish positioning. Tether invests in Arc Labs. Jesus. To make Bitcoin ready for stablecoin and payments. What else we have? Crypto code commits to fall 75% as developers move to AI projects. And that's about it. That's all that's going on in the headlines over here on CoinDesk this morning. Well, let's jump into cryptonews.com or .net. Bitcoin exchange OKX announces it will remove 5 altcoin trading pairs from spot trading. I guess we can take a look at that, see what's getting the axe the day today. It looks like Avagachi Ghost, MemeFi, RS3, Sweat economy tokens. Okay, what? The Sweat. Yeah, the Sweat coin, right? Is that what they're talking about? Sweat economy tokens. Relio Network. Yeah, I never heard of most of these. Don't really care. I've heard of Ghost before, but the other ones, yeah. Again, it's probably only certain trading pairs. All right, what else we got? Biggest threat to crypto. FTX founder calls out Gensler's secret war on the CFTC. Scam Bankman-Fried. Maybe he's trying to talk to get a plea deal going. Will Picoin rally as Kraken prepares to list Pi Network? There you go. There you go. That's the reason why we're seeing a little bit of this price action today. Pi Network community is buzzing with the anticipation of a major cryptocurrency exchange network, Kraken, officially launching its list of Pi coin for trading starting tomorrow, March 13th. Tomorrow, Kraken will list the Pi Network's Pi token on March 13th, triggering bullish sentiment across the crypto market. The listing comes a day before Pi Day, when the project typically announces its major ecosystem updates. Pi is trading near 23 cents right now, up at 25. We saw in the market open with strong momentum indicators, though its analysts warning short-term sell the news. Pullback remains possible after listing. That's pretty much a given. The strategic timing puts the listing exactly one day before Pi Day, March 14th, the project's annual celebration, often reserved for major ecosystem milestones. Yeah, this seems like a setup. Perfect setup. You have people, of course, trading it the day ahead of these announcements. They have their launch on Kraken on the 13th, and then they have their ecosystem updates on the 14th. So that's definitely going to be played out. But it gives you an extra day of buffer possibly for a move to the upside if you do want to play that, though. Short term. Will Bitcoin drop to 65K as bearish forces come into play? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I guess we can dive into that. Why not? Let's get into some fear, some FUD news this morning. Bitcoin price risks a drop back to the 65K zone as bearish economic forces continue to impact and risk investor sentiment. Bitcoin price failed to hold the 70K support on Thursday. It's still holding it right now, barely. Investors demand to hit risk assets dropped amid surging oil prices and rising U.S. Treasury yields. Latest U.S. CPI print came in the market expectations, which can force the Fed to keep interest rates elevated for a longer period of time. According to the data from Crypto News, Bitcoin price fell 4.8% over the past 7 days, dropping below the support level, trading at 69,300. Just briefly, man. Just briefly. People get all their panties and are not. And again, even if we did hit that 65K zone, like I showed you guys on the chart, we're still on the bull trend. We're still on the bull trend. It's exactly at the bottom of our channel. We've been testing this range for 33 days. Okay, Bitcoin price, if it falls to hold support, 70K support, according to the data. Currently, if it pushes towards 65K, the subsequently the 60K mark, Iran has announced that it would change its retaliation strategy in the Middle East from reciprocal hits to continuous strikes against the interest of its adversaries. A move intended to punish Israel. Of course, is all wrapped up in the war news here. What else can we take away from this? According to the CME's FedWatch data, there's a 99.3% chance the interest rates will remain unchanged. Yeah, it's looking at less than 1% now on Polymarket. What else? Anything else here? Not really. Pressure suggests that the path of least resistance remains a downside with a potential retracement to 65K support zone until the global stability returns. Yeah, there's nothing. This is pretty much a nothing burger article, man. Tell me something I don't know. All right, moving on. Can hyperliquid price rally above $40 as oil perpetual trading surge? I'm just not feeling anything on the news today, guys. Let's go into doom scrolling. Let's see if we can find anything via doom scrolling. I'm gonna do one more run through TradFi and then jump into some doom scrolling over there. What's Bloomberg talking about?
Operating costs is
airline costs.
You are absolutely correct. United Airlines has ticker UAL, down about 4.1% today. That says airlines across the board continue to face increasing concerns over jet fuel costs, which, as you mentioned, represent nearly a third of an airline's cost. Right. And we've already seen, like, Jefferies has updated their airline estimates for jet fuel prices, expecting them to be as much as 50% higher compared to January because of the conflict. And we've seen other airlines, including Cathay Pacific, saying that they plan to double fuel surcharges for most routes.
All right, so get your tickets in now. All right. CNBC. One more run through CNBC and get back to crypto news. Oil surges as Iran steps up its attack. It's up 8% now. $7.6. Boom. In the Middle East, boom.
Those ships, by the way, is actually owned by a company called Safe Sea Corporation based in Piscataway, New Jersey. So one of those ships, is actually owned by a New Jersey-based corporation. We saw 3 other freight ships hit in the last couple of days that were carrying cargo and freight and things like this. So the point is that while the U.S. military is no doubt able to handle some of the more offensive targets, as Secretary Burgum said on Power Lunch yesterday, we don't actually know who is in charge of Iran, the supreme leader, or is it a couple of rogue IRCG generals launching missiles? The point is this: the risk is high, the price of oil is up, 400 million barrels of oil, of which the 172 from the U.S., that's part of the 400, released today. And here's the thing, here's what I want to report that I think is new. Talking to industry sources this morning, there has been some ideas floated from the White House about tightening export restrictions on oil and or natural gas, primarily oil. Okay, I want to be clear, the industry that I'm talking to this morning is firmly against that. They said it will create logistical disruptions. It could actually raise costs. It's an interesting idea. It plays well with the public. Right? If we potentially have a shortage, keep it here. Don't sell it around the world.
Doesn't that lower gas prices here or no?
Keeping it here or selling it around the world?
Keeping it here.
Yes, but
because then we have a lot of oil here, right?
That's the idea, and that is the idea that maybe it's being floated.
Okay, I just can't anymore. He's driving me crazy. All right. Yeah, and Tom Lee said something funny about this yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw this interview. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Tom Lee said that exports could actually be good for the market, and and high prices of oil could be good for the market. I'm like, what? Let's see this. It's a very contrarian, topic. God, that's 2000. Wow, that's 2018. I'm not gonna be able to find this damn thing. Maybe go back to the horse's mouth on YouTube, probably. Crypto Quitting in the chat says, I saw this on Reddit this morning. That's what Crypto Twitter was all shouting from the rooftop this morning about those attacks. Continuing on the straight. This one right here. Listen to this, guys.
Tom Lee of Fun Strat.
So you'll find the clip.
Already in software, the Mag 7. Our take is we do expect that decline to happen when markets don't respond to good news. So I think we're in a period where we had a bear market already in software, the Mag 7, and in crypto. I think that's already taken out a lot of speculation. So to me, I think our bet would be markets are actually going to lift through the end of the month, that we're going to actually be positive for March and maybe hit 7,300. Later in the year is when we think a bear market might show itself. What about oil, right? We're watching it so closely. We're driven by headlines, some of which are apparently erroneous. I don't know what do you do with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very confusing time. I think it's very difficult if someone's trying to trade both the headlines or trade oil. But if I look back at the last 2 days, oil's $15 higher than it was last week, but the S&P's higher. So to me,
the market actually is handling higher oil prices better. And, you know, we wrote in our note this morning that we think higher oil prices are actually good for the U.S. stock market.
Yeah, see, I think that's going to be a really hard sell for people who are watching this program. Like, trying almost too hard to paint some bullish scenario. How in the world
But why?
are higher oil prices, which then mean even higher gas prices, which mean higher jet fuel prices, and all sorts of other issues that are related to that, input costs on a whole number of other industries, how is that possibly good for the stock market?
Yeah, part of it's a relative. You know, one, U.S. is an exporter of oil, so we net benefit as an economy from higher oil. The second is other countries are importers, so the U.S. not only looks better, but on a relative growth basis, it should outperform, which means flows back into the U.S. And the third is, as we worry about global growth for all the reasons you describe, when growth is scarce, people buy growth stocks. The U.S. stock market is a growth index, so it's coming out of the rest of the world back into the U.S. So I think it's a rotation story.
All right, speaking of growth stocks, tech has been up for debate, certain parts of it.
What are you, stupid?
More than 500 points. Brent crude just about to touch $100 a barrel. This is Bloomberg Intelligence.
No, no, no. No. Lots of talking, no sound. Thank you so much, guys. Damn it. 1920, silent movie. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Easy coming with the $2 super chat now. Yeah, and also Cliff to let me know. Thank you, Cliff. How you doing, Cliff? I hope you're doing all right, my man. It's been a while since we had a fun night together with a bottle of Tito's. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I thank again for reminding me I had my mic off. I apologize. But yeah, we're gonna do some doom scrolling now. I just had to get Elmo back because there's a lot more doom. From that last quick little segment. You guys just heard that crude oil is back up to $100 a barrel on oil. All right, let's get back into some doom scrolling. I did have some stuff I wanted to share this morning. Actually, we're living in an alternate timeline. This is the White House.
A strike to claim it. And he got it!
What? It's so crazy. We have broken the world, guys. This is all real now. Boom, boom. Yeah, of course. America propaganda machine is insane right now. Yep. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you would have told me back when I was in middle school or back in high school and I was playing Grand Theft Auto and watching SpongeBob that the White House would be making memes about it in the future while they're bombing another country, I would call you crazy. I'd call you stupid, man.
Stupid?
It's insane. Coin Bureau says the breaking FBI warns Iran could attack California. Yeah, this is insane. Via the drone is right. Yeah. We got VanX Max Siegel saying Kazakhstan has now become the first central bank to buy Bitcoin. We talked about this last week, and I got this little clip here. I didn't see this clip before.
Regulatory clarity around the custody of Bitcoin.
Can't hear it all.
The single biggest thing when you're managing other people's money, you can't hold the assets yourself, and so the ETFs unlock.
What a terrible clip. Didn't sound that bad on my phone. And this is why your DDR5 RAM is so expensive. Another one. Yep. Jesus. All right, continuing. Cynthia Lummis in the headlines here. Looks like she just posted this an hour ago. Let's go. Andy coming in with a $10 super chat. Whoa!
Money now. Me, money needing a lot now.
Gway coming in with Andy with a $10 super chat. What's with the Gway music? The Gway music. Have we all turned full sausage square sausage screens? What? Oh, geez. Again, shout out to Andy. Shouting out to our Patreon as well. We made a killing on Gway twice. And we're about ready to do a third one if you guys are in Gway again. Of course, that's you're gonna look for a position. Hang out with us over on the Patreon, guys. We're killing it over there. We've had 5 coins pop off in the last week, and if you want to join the Chaos Crew, it's only $15 a month to do so. We're picking out, right now I think we have entries on 6 coins. 6 coins right now. So if you guys want to find out which ones they are, hang out with me on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and throughout the weekend with, of course, the Chaos Crew, and find out which coins we're in and make some money. Make some money while the market is going sideways or down. All right. Thanks again, Andy, for that $10 super chat. And Braveheart, yes, sound works. Thank you. Braveheart Freeman says, can I suggest that the Tito's soundtrack without suggesting you start drinking? I love the song music. Yeah. Cliff says the last normal day, March 13th, 2020. Ooh, what? What is that? Let's take a look at that. Oh, damn it. Click on the thing. Click the link. Friday, March 13th, 2020 was the last truly normal day we had. This Friday will be March 13th, 2026. Maybe this finally fixes the timeline. Why? There's nothing really on that video, though. Possibly, maybe. This is coming from the White Rabbit over on X. Maybe, again, we broke the world via quantum computing. That's still a theory. Let's take a look and see what Cynthia Lummis had to say this morning. She's talking about the AI race against China is here and Wyoming is winning. Reliable baseload energy is the key to lowering power costs and securing the American dominance. So she's, of course, pushing for, again, better power alternatives in the States. Let's see what else we got here. Anything else trending? Samson Mal says it's highly unlikely that Bitcoin will be below 80K in the next 4 weeks. It's highly likely to be closer to 100,000. This was I mentioned this yesterday. I think it was in his tweets yesterday. So we already talked about that yesterday. What is this? Green Candle strategy just Stretch just raised enough money to buy over 400 Bitcoin in 1 hour. They've been, of course, killing it with their Stretch product, and they're doing a really big marketing push for it too right now. That's more than 7 Bitcoin every single minute. Do you understand what Seller just did? He broke everything. He just could continue to buy more Bitcoin. Guys, don't forget to get some Bitcoin for the all of it is gone. We did see a little bit go back on exchanges yesterday, though. Let's take a look and see how that's going. Are we still on a downtrend? Probably. Yeah, of course we are. But a little bit of an increase there from 2.43 to 2.46 million and back down again to 2.44 million. Again, the lowest amount we've ever seen on exchanges. This is ridiculous, guys. Get some before there is none left to do. buy any left. All the institutions are buying right now an average of 2 million a year, and we can only produce 165,000 Bitcoin until 2028, where we have it to 225 a day, which is going to get us to what is 165? It's just about 70,000, 80,000 tokens per year. That's insane. Saying it out loud sounds ridiculous. We can only mine 80,000 tokens in 2028 per year. It's insane.
What are you, stupid?
Yep. Okay. Yeah, singing out loud makes. I'm getting loopy now. All right, what else we got? It's stupid, guys. Clarity Act could send crypto to new highs. Rick Edelman says that the Clarity Act could be the next catalyst that pushes crypto back to new all-time highs quickly. His view is that the recent crypto winter didn't come from a single trigger, but from smaller pressures hitting the market at the same time. What he describes the 9 straws that annoyed the camel. Oh, really?
That's what I'm really looking forward to and I'm excited about. This crypto winter snuck up on us. Nobody saw it coming, and there was no single catalyst, as in past winters. But I've created a list of 9 reasons, each of them innocuous, but you add them all up, put them all together in the same time frame, and they were 9 straws that annoyed the camel.
Give me your bull and bear case. The bill passes, we reach new all-time highs. What is that new all-time high?
I'm still on record that Bitcoin will be $500,000 by the end of the decade.
All right, so he's calling for 500,000 by 2030. Some people are calling for 1 million by 2030. Somewhere in that range. I think that's their base case for ARK Invest is about 500,000. Their bull case is about 1.2, 2.2. I forget where their bull case is anymore. I think their base case is 1.2 and their bull case is 2.2. All right. Arthur Hayes says Bitcoin up 7%. White has outperformed gold, down 2%, and the Nasdaq green since the U.S.-Iran started on February 28th. Relative to the similar large risky assets, Bitcoin did the best when viewed against oil and gas energy price spikes. Coming from Arthur Hayes. JP Morgan Chase hit with a class action lawsuit. We already talked about that. The Goliath venture Ponzi scheme. 14 trillion BlackRock just launches Ethereum staking ETF. We already covered that too. It's a good way to check, of course, if we're all up to date with the news. It seems like we are. Genius Act stable coins won't get the FDIC insurance. Interesting. Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation Chairman Travis Hill said that stablecoin holders will not receive government deposits protections per CoinDesk. The rule comes under the Genius Act. All right. So, yeah, they're not going to get the same $250,000 protections that the traditional FDIC insures. What else? What else we got? Same stuff. China says that they are very mad at Iran for staking the Gulf states. So this could be the first sign of the de-escalation. The overnight updates are insane. Read the full quoted tweet. Iran's about to what? Collaborate? What the hell? Show more? Can't show more. Dicks. Okay. Iran's laid approximately a dozen mines in the Strait of Hormuz. CNN confirmed it. That's old news. All right. I don't know. They got me, man. They clocked me with the show more. Let's see if this
does
is
not agree with the
translated.
attacks on Gulf states and condemns all indiscriminate attacks on civilians and non-military targets. The urgent task is to immediately cease military operations and prevent further expansion of the conflict. The solution
Yep, it looks like China is still playing the new world police now.
lies in returning to dialogue and negotiation as soon as possible and striving to restore peace. The fundamental solution is to jointly return to the right track of abiding by international law and the basic norms of international relations. China.
All right. Nothing new. This is the same crap, different day. SEC Chair Paul Atkins says the time is right to open up the $13.9 trillion 401k market to Bitcoin and crypto. The floodgates are opening. Of course, that was announced last year. Also, that was coming from Bitcoin conference, guys. 2026. Don't forget to get your tickets before it's too late. We're going to be in Vegas next month. It's crazy. Nobody is telling you how effed every military on Earth just became. Everyone's watching the war. The missiles are flying, the explosions. Nobody's talking about the fact that Israel just made missiles obsolete. The Iron Beam 100 kilowatt laser deployed in the live combat for the first time in human history. Not a test, not a prototype. Real war. Real Iranian missiles destroyed in midair by a beam of light. The cost of the Iron Dome is interceptor is 50 grand per interceptor. A cost per Iron Beam shot is $2. It's not a typo. $2. Iron just spent $20,000 building a drone. Israel defeated with the $2 of electricity. Iran fires 100 drones in a swarm attack. Costed Iran $2 million. Cost to Israel is $200. All right, pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. The Iron Beam. Sound looks like Star Wars. We got no sound on it. All right. What else we got? Someone explain how MicroStrategy is buying 3,000 to 5,000 Bitcoin a day, but price is still only 70K. Stretch Your World, of course, another little promo from Michael Saylor pushing Stretch on Twitter. All right, Brian Armstrong, March 10th, thanking President Donald Trump for everything he's doing to make the United States crypto capital of the world. Building the future of financial services is critical for America versus China and the other foreign competitors. As he, of course, put out that tweet last week. Bank failed in Chicago. The Fed is frozen. This came out 22 hours ago. I'm assuming they're still talking about Chicago Mercantile. This is old, probably.
Bitcoin is up 6% this week on the back.
I'm not sure. It didn't start with the actual. It's probably just a clickbait. Okay. Someone just connected Verse Code and Claude Code to Apple Vision Pro. You can now vibe code on your couch with 6 floating screens in VR. I mean, yeah, you can do whatever you want in VR. That's literally just open windows or open monitors in VR. Okay. Sam versus Altman. We see a future where intelligence is a utility like electricity or water, and people will buy it from us on a meter. Yikes. Scary. All right. I think that's it, guys. I think we pretty much covered the news. This is coming from Cryptos R Us here. World's payment rails are moving on chain. MasterCard just launched crypto partner program, bringing together major players like Binance, Ripple, PayPal. That's just a whatever. It's a nothing. All right, nothing there too. Staked ETF. Yeah, it's everything we already covered all morning. Okay. All right, I'm over it. One more run through TradFi, catch up with you guys, and I think we're going to call it 10:30 right now.
Competition. Xiaomi and BYD continue to take market share globally. They're taking a lot of market share in Europe.
All right, whatever. CNBC, what are we talking about over here? They're on break. And Bitcoin's sitting at 69.8, testing 69.9. All right, let's see what we got. What do we got now? Still a little bit of sell-off. We're still holding this range. We do have to hold it again, right? We haven't been lower than 69 yet. 69 yet? Come on, give me a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Early morning we had better price action to the downside. Still attempting to hold this move today. Will it hold? Will it hold? Probably not. Probably see a little bit of retracement back down. Again, the lowest we'll probably see today is somewhere between 68.5. A little bit more scares could send us down to the bottom of channel. 65K is still looking on the bull trend. All right. And we're still setting up shop at 666 and 68 flat. So the bear is going to send us down, break through 68, and then break through 666. So possibly going down there today, maybe. I'd still be bang above this range here, but above 68 holding at the current time. Let me get back in the chats, catch up with you guys. How you guys holding up? How you guys doing? Crypto JPix says, "Hey Andy, are you the one feeding the noble news?" The noble news. Nebs saying, "I'm here, guys. Sorry I'm late. It's been one heck of a morning. Hope you're doing great this morning." Nebs. Brave Urban Freedom says, "End of the Road" by Boys to Men. Great song to listen to sing in the shower. You're welcome. What the hell? Shit. Andy says, not guilty. Braveheart says, "Dude, shave your head." What the hell? Shave your head. Talking to a bald guy in denial on BoobTube. What the hell? John Doe says, Zomi, the money. Andy says, it's nearly Friday. Yes, one day away. Friday Eve today, guys. Friday Eve. Let's take a look and see what Andy's got for us over here on Telegram. Oh my God. You bastard. Are you guys bullish? Are you guys feeling bullish?
If you were bullish before, now you can take your bullishness, times it by 10, multiply it by another 25, add 2, and then times it by 1 billion, and you're still only half as bullish as you should be.
Andy's bullish. Oh my God. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. God, it's been a minute since we played that one. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, Andy. What the hell?
What are you, stupid?
Brave Farm Freedom says, Bree Terracy. Okay. About to go live, and the tokenization could accelerate the great taking. It's about to get real. I'm gonna watch. What are you talking about? Bree Terracy? I don't know what you're talking about, Brave. Is that something going on the world stage? Is that what do we got? What do we got? I don't know. I don't know what that is. What's going on with Fox Business? McDonald's unveils massive new deals after customers stunned by price hikes. Gotta help the normies out, man. This website's useless. Papa John's and McDonald's on the front page of Fox Business this morning. All right, they're not helping anyone make any money. Let's see. My new workout music says thanks to John Doe. All right, guys. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else really going on today. I'd be watching Bitcoin just kind of chop around here, these levels, see if we can get some price action, exciting price action, I guess, to take hold around 10 or 12. But it's been pretty slow this week in general. Here's Monday to where we are today. We've been ranging, guys, from 69 to 71.7. That's the week, the whole week in a nutshell. 71K. That's pretty much Bitcoin this week. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna try to get some more work done. I've been getting really far with my my new intro. I'm excited to show you guys, but I don't know. I still gotta fine tune it. Knock out some more of the animations. It's gonna be fun. I might have a few intros. I might do a few intros. I might do like one for the morning, one for the evening, depending on how this one's well received or not. But fire no, pump it up. Gotta go pump it up. Oh jeez, Nevs. Yeah, every time I play that stupid video, I get flagged on YouTube too, just because of that song. That stupid song. It's one of my favorite, but you can't play that on YouTube. They know. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it 69,600 on Bitcoin. We'll see how this goes. We'll see you tonight. Yeah, we'll see you tonight. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. Do the thing. Buy some Bitcoin before it's all gone. Maybe we'll see some lower prices here. Maybe a good buying opportunity by the end of the day. Jeez. All right, guys. All right, I gotta go. Have a good one. I'll see you all again soon.
When will then be now? Soon.
So soon.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade among the stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my key. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Do my wrong with your wrong and let me huddle forever more and more and more and more and more. I want more. I wish I could go. In other words, I choose you. In other words, I love you.
Yes. It looks like we're still holding. 69.5. Yeah, if we do lose this today, guys, we are going to see probably 68 probably pretty soon. And then, yeah, 67, 66, 65. Oh, geez. I'm just exhausted, guys. I'm exhausted. I've been staying up way too late these days. Way too late. Yeah, but yeah, the show must go on. The show must go on. Hope you guys are staying safe out there. Yeah, don't do anything stupid. You know the thing. Yeah, just put all your money in. Get all your money in there, man. Make sure you're ready to go, because when this thing takes off, yeah, you're gonna wish you did put in more. You always do. You always do. All right, guys, have a good one. Yeah, the thing. It's so stupid.
What are you, stupid?
Later. So hard to say goodbye.
Watch the cash burn, land fade. A new world rises, we've made the trade. The robots are rising, and he's taking the crown. But we're the ones that